Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux. So in the previous tutorials, we have taken a look at how we can go ahead and use ICMP redirections and ARP poisoning to our own, let's say for example, uses. So there are multiple features out there. You can go ahead and search related to that, such as web. So the first thing that we would be teaching right now would be how we could go ahead and first kill our, or let's say for example there is any I will be teaching you the man in the middle attacks today, so that we would be first taking a look at how we can go ahead and kill the router or the modem a bit in between us. If you're using Wi-Fi or if you're in a LAN connection, how can you go ahead and let's say for example spoof or use another person's network to your own advantage. So for these tutorials I will be assuming that you already have gone ahead and gained access to the router. By looking at one of my previous tutorials, you can go ahead and check how we can go ahead and gain access to any machine by going ahead and using some of the exploits in Kali Linux. So in this tutorial I will be teaching you the post exploitation method. So let's go ahead and start our Windows 7 virtual machine as well as the Kali Linux. Let it start. So just in case if you're not using Kali Linux for some reason, you have your own Ubuntu or Fedora which you have customized extremely, or even a BSD server, then I will show you where you can go ahead and download the EtherCap which I would be teaching you today. And you can go and download the EtherCap from over here, just in case you're using any other versions of Linux such as Ubuntu or Red Hat or any other thing. So you can just go ahead and add this repository from the Git hub, and it will be much easier for you to go ahead and spoof or sniff anyone's IP address or go ahead and gather any information. And another one which I would be recommending would be the Wireshark. And Wireshark is a very awesome tool. It's also available on Android if you can go ahead and check, but it is a so I'll just go ahead and show you the Android versions as well. This is not Wireshark. Wireshark is a bit different, and it is called as Interceptor NG over here, which performs the same as Wireshark. As you can see, we have this over here. So it performs the same thing as Wireshark, that is going ahead and gathering TCP details and dumping it over in a local format. So yep, now let's go ahead and start our Kali Linux. And Windows 7 as well. Perfect. So I'll just maximize this. I'll open the terminal, and the first thing that I would like to check is that whether I would like to show you should make sure that these both are in a NAT format, that is both are able to access the internet as well as each other. So for that, first go ahead and check whether they are on the same gateway or something. So just go and type cmd and hit enter. And you can type ipconfig over here to go ahead and check. Okay, so the default gateway is 192.168.236.2, and this is my IP address. And let's check whether the gateway for this is the same. Okay, I believe it is the same. The reason being that I cannot see the gateway over here, but I can surely see the IP address is 192.168.236.130, and over here it's 236.131. So I believe only the last part is different. So I believe they are both on the same gateway. So now let's go ahead and let's see if my Windows 7 version is able to access internet. Let's see. Okay, perfect. I believe we have access to the internet right now. Perfect. So I'll just go ahead and let me just check. So once you have gone ahead, you must be already knowing that this is the victim's IP address, since you have already gone ahead and hacked into the system. But now you want to go ahead and capture the data from their system and gather much more information. So I would be assuming for this tutorial that we have access to this machine, and since we are in LAN, we already know where we are exactly, because I can straight away go ahead and use my nmap, and I believe it's SP, I believe, or SP or SS, I believe it's SS 192.168.236.2 to 154, and let's check. If I remember properly, then it should be this. What this would do, okay, I believe it's SP or SSI, I don't remember exactly. I believe it's SP. Perfect. Okay, perfect. It's SP. So as you can see, nmap scan for report 192.168. It's from. So what this is exactly doing is it's capturing all the connections that are available on my router right now. So as you can see, I have this VMware version as it's showing 192.168.236.30 and 0.131, which is mine, and this is the default gateway router. All of these three are up. That means all of these are working right now. So I would first go ahead and try to, let's say for example, if this was on a wireless LAN, then I could straight away go ahead and type ARP spoof -I space WLAN 0 and -T. And now I would go ahead and type the router's address. So over here it's 192 and 0.168.236.2, and I will just go ahead and show you what this I and T means. Let me just open the ARP spoof. I is the interface, so over here it's WLAN if this was a wireless network, and T, as you can see, is the target. But since we are not using the WLAN 0, we have something different over here. It's working on ETH 0, so I would be using the ETH 0 rather than WLAN 0. Perfect. And over here the target, okay, this is not my target actually, and it's 192.168.236.2, and I would be going ahead and typing now the victim's IP address, not my IP address, so just make sure of that. It's 192.168.236.13, I believe it was 0. Perfect. And now let's see if our party is able to access the internet. If I have not done anything wrong, then I should not be able to. Let's check. Okay, I'm still able to. Okay, I believe that was wrong, sorry. I actually went ahead and used my own IP address. My bad. So I'll just go ahead and cancel that, and I'll change it to 131. That is my victim's IP address, I believe. That's what happens. You go ahead and do a lot of things, but finally just miss out the small things, and a small error will lead to huge mistakes. Now let's see if our person is able to access the Windows. I believe not, because even the Chrome is not starting. So let's go ahead and check Google. Perfect. So now our attacker will not be able to go ahead and able to access anything over here. And just in case, if you wanted to check which the person has what kind of computer or something, you could go ahead and use let's say for example the Nmap or the Zenmap to go ahead and gather more information. Or if you're more interested in the hardware, then I could still do that. So as for the timing, I'll just cancel this ARP spoof right now by typing Ctrl Z, and as I was using that, let's go ahead and check what is the MAC ID of our target. So this is the MAC ID of our target, that's 131, and this is my own, which I mistakenly took for our target's ID. So I'll go ahead and use this IP address. I'll just go ahead and copy it over from over here, and I will be using that to go ahead and insert it over here. So I'll just type HTTP. Okay, I don't even need that, I believe. It's MAC. I'll just type it over here. MAC ID checker, and I'll get admin user, something like that. Yeah, perfect. So as you can see, I have the admin sub.net. If I go and type it over here, since I'm using VMware over here right now, it would show me VMware. And as you can see, VMware. But if I were using something different like that of my, let's see what I get if I go ahead and use, okay, for 132 host is up, just for the VMware. Let's see if what happens if I go ahead and use my original computer's IP address. So okay, sorry, it's IP config. Okay, I need to run it from user, I believe. As administrator, and IP config. So let me check my, okay, I cannot see my, I forgot I cannot see my MAC ID over here. I need to go ahead and check that from my network's connection, I believe. Okay, so this is my MAC ID, FCAA14, and if I'll just go ahead and use it over here, FC1A414, let's see what I get. FCAA14. As you can see, I have the gigabyte technology. That is, so it's only with the first 6 digits it will go ahead and give me out the specific company's perfect attributes, so that I will be able to guess at least what exactly the person is using. Okay, so that is it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll be teaching you how we can go ahead and capture these packets and use them to go ahead and capture the data. Let's say, for example, the images and everything from the person's computer. That is it, guys, for this tutorial. And at the end of this tutorial, I'll be teaching you the evil grade, through which I can go ahead and insert my malicious tools inside the computer, inside the person's software updates, or I can even use them for redirecting persons to my own website and asking them to log in their own fake credentials onto my fake website. So that's it, guys, for this tutorial.